So Tatsumi had more to say. The Nintendo won't sell the NX at a loss. He discussed this at a financial briefing for the company, during which he stated that the NX lineup and the cost of the console will not be sold at a loss. So who's Tatsumi? He's the president of Nintendo, if you didn't know. And when he discusses things like this in the financial briefings, it's important. So I'm going to go into the story, and I'm going to go ahead and discuss what it means. If you just came here for the story, there you go. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Come on back for another video. But for everyone else, Tatsumi explained that Nintendo is not thinking of launching hardware at a loss. Speaking to investors, he described that the Japanese yen during the Wii U's launch was very strong, but doubts that this will be the case around the time of the NX. So, I'm not really sure what he means by that, but the president explained that the console's release date was selected so that the software lineup would be ready for the time for the launch, instead of launching the Wii U like the way he launched, not him particularly, but the way Nintendo launched the Wii U. It didn't have a lot of software to support it, so it's going to be a strong launch, as well as so many games continuing to release at a steady rate afterwards, instead of fluctuating, you know, oh, we've got Smash Wii U here, a big Mario Kart release, and stagnant for a couple months, and then another big release, and another big release, and that's cool. I think that's a good idea. The reason I wanted to discuss this is because that a lot of consoles and console manufacturers make their console, and they sell it at a huge loss. Like, there's tons of hardware that ends up getting pushed out for a cost that they don't make money off of. So imagine, if you will, you made something that worked with something else, okay? So let's just say that you're a computer manufacturer, and your computer works with all kinds of software. No hardware, just software, okay? So you made this computer, but it cost you more to make it than what you would earn back selling it. So it cost you $400 to make it, and you only make $300 off it. You're losing $100 each time. But the software that people buy for it will give you a profit of $100 each time someone buys the software. So it evens out, and you end up having people buying software for it more than you would the console itself. So there you go. You see the principle and the idea. It makes sense if you have a lot of first-party games that you're going to be releasing, and it makes them important for you, you know? Like, oh man, you know, I have so many first-party games that it don't matter if I sell this console for $5,000 and I only make $100. I'm gonna make millions in the software alone. So it ends up equaling itself out, and you make a profit. There's ways of doing this, but they've decided to go about it a little bit differently and make money off the console itself also, instead of just software. And I think that's a good idea, because if you have a bad console launch and you have a bad cycle like the Wii U, you won't make as much money off the games to equal out what you owe on the consoles, and it's just going to be a bad time all around. You might make it through. Nintendo make it through, dude. You have no idea how much they have, honestly, over the years. You just think about this. Everyone says Nintendo's done. Think of how much money they made with the DS, with the Wii alone. Gobs of money for about, I'd say, six and a half years. The 3DS continues to print money for them, and that's not even taking into account the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy, all of their Game Boy entries, the SP, the Game Boy Micro, just all kinds of different variations of the Game Boy, the Nintendo 64, even though it didn't do as well against the PlayStation, and the GameCube, even though it didn't do as well against the PlayStation 2. These are still consoles that made massive amounts of money for them. And people will sit here and say, well, you know, Nintendo's done because the Wii U didn't do good, and Nintendo's getting away from the hardcore game base. Even though the Wii is one of the most highest grossing consoles, people will still sit there and sling that shade without even realizing what they're saying. So it's just hilarious, you know, to me, to hear that stuff. It's funny. So, what do you guys think about this? Leave your comments, questions, concerns in the section below. Hey, you know, if you don't understand something, that's fine. I know these are very technical, businessy kind of things. It's not the average gamer doesn't look at investment strategies on stuff like this, and that's okay. There are other people in the comment section who will probably educate you better than I can, but yeah, I just tried to give you a quick rundown on understanding what they're talking about here. I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.